So this is how it looks like. Discharge from a desalination plant. Indeed, the technology is a little bit more complex here, so they use type of sprinkler systems, not only one discharge point, but they distribute the discharge over some distance or so. But essentially what you get is you get an impact zone, okay, near the discharge location, and the concentration of your pollutant decreases away from the discharge point. So what do they discharge? They discharge brine, okay? Hypersaline water, where the salinity is often about twice that of seawater. Okay, it's a high concentrated brine solution. So what can happen if you do that? Okay, what can happen? We talk about that on the next slide. So what can happen? Is that what is the pollutant? No? Why does it matter? Okay, so it's a hypersaline discharge, and the dilution can be derived from the ratio of salinity anomaly over the ambient salinity. Again, you can work out the dilution ratio from salinity observation. Okay, you measure salinity. For instance, the salinity anomaly of 1 parts per thousand, or 1 salinity unit above ambient salinity of 37 ppt, gives a dilution of 1 to 37. Okay, and this dilution ratio is may be specified in an operating license. Okay, so what can happen now? So the risk associated with the discharge of brine is the formation of a so-called brine underflow. What it essentially does is it produces stratification. And if you have stratification sustained over a longer time, the oxygen levels drop because of the marine consumption, and there's the risk that the a dead zone forms near the seabed. Okay, risk of oxygen depletion. And the risk is particularly high during calm conditions. For example, if you have Dodge tides and very calm atmospheric conditions. So you might get the situation where you have a high concentration of brine flowing away from your discharge and covering a relatively large zone, which may exceed the limit of 100 meters, the mixing zone. Okay, so is there any evidence of this? And I have some evidence of the brine underflow. And I will discuss that on the next slide.